Hello my loyal companions, welcome back to the finale of Season 1 of RogueCast, your dedicated Rogue Company podcast and one-stop shop for all the latest news, exclusive interviews and clips of the week. As I said, this is the finale of Season 1, but we will be back for Season 2 at the start of next year with updated graphics and a lot more that you should all be excited for. Today though, I bring back the very first podcast guest I had, Birrd Brain, and we have a real reminiscence about where this all started and where Rogue Company has come since 3.5 months ago. I am your host Radthar. Let's get into the RogueCast. Okay, so starting with the news this week, we obviously had the big Artic Shield update that I've been talking about for a few weeks come into the live servers. This of course brought Frigid, Glacier, balancing changes and so much more to the game that's really exciting. I'm not going to go into everything that was added. I did go into a lot more detail last RogueCast, and in a few other videos here on the channel I've also talked about those different areas. Generally though, the feedback from the community has been rather positive from this update in terms of the content that has been added. I think it's been a really good addition. Frigid has gone down really well as a rogue. Nobody's particularly saying that she's massively overpowered, which I think is correct. The new map has got a little bit of criticism for the multitude of angles and flank routes, with it being a bit excessive, but generally people are enjoying the faster playstyle from what I've seen. Along with the update came some things that we weren't expecting, including some rank changes that were very minor and I'm not sure were intentional. Now last RogueCast I talked about a bug where people were getting different amounts of XP even though they were the same rank or whatever it be, and it just didn't seem even. I said there might be some sort of hidden MMR, but we did find out it was a bug, and this has been addressed in some way in this patch. Again, I don't know if it's intentional, but now everybody, no matter the rank you are, is gaining plus 24 XP for a win and minus 6 for a loss. That's including me as a fully maxed out rogue rank. I do not think this is intentional necessarily, or if it is, I don't think it should be, because it really doesn't help the grind. It just means it's a grind, you know, you just win, 1 in 5 matches and you're good. So a little bit disappointed with that, but we'll see how it develops. Again, I think it was probably not intentional and they will have to go back and revert it. Also within the update, the arena was reinstalled as a map within the game. Again, not a personal favourite of mine, and there are still some FPS issues, but it is back in the game, along with a new limited time game mode that we saw on the PTS server, which is Hardcore Demolition. Now, Hardcore Demolition is your standard demolition with no health regeneration, meaning rogues such as Frigid with her adrenaline shot and her shield, Shark, and anyone with life drain is pretty strong going into that due to the fact they can heal up when other rogues cannot naturally regenerate health. And then the final thing that was added with this update, and the last piece of news I have for you, is about the Frigid Hall Battle Pass that they added with the update as well. This is the holiday event mini Battle Pass, 12 tiers of cosmetics that you can upgrade by going through and just playing games. It's based off performance from what I've seen, so you get different amount of XP based on your performance, the length of game, the amount of rounds you win, etc, etc. So it is a really good Battle Pass. I do not think the cosmetics are amazing. We do actually talk about this a little bit in the interview with Birrd Brain. Some of the cosmetics are not like brilliant and like Christmas themed or holiday themed at least, but it's there. Free stuff is free stuff, isn't it? Now though, guys, I'm going to take you on to the interview with Birrd Brain. Obviously, he was my very first podcast guest, the very first person to come on this show with me, have a chat about Rogue Company, and after rewatching that and cringing because of how bad my quality was with the mic and the camera and everything, I did get through it, and I sort of looked at what we had talked about and brought a lot of it back into this episode. As we talk and discuss the path that Rogue Company has taken, you might see that there are honestly some hard truths that we do talk about. We're very open and honest about it, about our feelings about the game, and I will just preface this with both of us still love this game. Whilst we do talk about certain issues that there are, like the rank system, we love this game to death. You guys know it from seeing my streams, from seeing my content. This game is the game I'm sticking by. It's absolutely amazing. And Birrd Brain is very much the same, but there are definitely some hard truths that we do talk about here in this episode. So then, Mr. Birrd Brain, kicking it off, yes, or ending it, I guess, because this will be the finale of Season 1 of RogueCast, where it all started with you, sir. How are you? I guess is the first question. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Happy, loving life. Things are good.
Good. It's been 3.5 months since we sat down to film the very first episode. I've just rewatched it to make sure I remember everything that happened. Crying inside at my video quality. Conversation great, your end great, my end makes me cringe a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. So much has changed in 3.5 months with each other. I'm guessing, like with your content, my content, and also Rogue. I think it's probably best. I'm gonna scale it back for us. So, what was the game like 3.5 months ago? It was August 29th, so it was a month into the game cycle. we hadn't had Dahlia, we hadn't had customs, we hadn't had ranked, we hadn't had what I would really call foundation of gameplay in terms of balancing. Now that I look back on it and those old videos, definitely wasn't all quite there. But there was the fun factor. And I remember both of us were very passionate about the game, where it was at that stage. We were both very much looking forward to it. We were both talking about the competitive scene, how we want to get into that. I think this will be a really great episode just to talk about where things have gone, how we feel about the game now, where we're at, where our channel's at, and things like that. So do you have any, I guess, broadly, any initial thoughts, like in terms of you were very passionate about the game 3.5 months ago? How has that passion increased, decreased, mediated around the same to where we are today?
The passion is still there. It's just it kind of has a different focus.
Okay.
If I'm thinking about how to put it,
Okay.
I want this game to succeed.
Okay.
I want it to be good. I don't think it's accomplishing either of those things at the moment.
Okay. So let's delve into that. So why not? What's the struggles for you at the moment with the game, particularly?
The struggles for me, okay. The game, it got to where it was getting difficult to grow with the game unless you were constantly playing ultra sweaty ranked.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
It got very difficult to grow with it. Now, I was hopeful for ranked. I hoped that ranked would be good. Okay. They came out with ranked. I believe they rushed it because the community was begging them for it and being very whiny about the fact that ranked wasn't out yet. So I think they rushed it. They gave us a very basic win-loss. That's the only things that matter. Now, if you'll allow me a slight curse, I kind of considered that a direct fuck you to the solo queue player.
I would agree with that. It is not a solo queue experience.
Right. Now, another thing, with ranked coming into the picture and with it being so team focused, so sweat focused and all that, I think it took the fun factor down. I think that happened to a lot of big content creators for Rogue. Like I won't name any names or anything, but I know a couple of Twitch streamers that grew exponentially when Rogue came out, and then after like a week into ranked, they basically said, I'm never playing this again, and they've completely refocused their channels. Now that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's like they're directly, I don't want to say they're intentionally driving away the solo player, but they're driving away the solo player.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you and I had a chat probably about a week after ranked, a week and a half after ranked came out, and I came to you and I was like, look, this is just like not hitting. Like there's something like wrong here. Like I think everyone was very hopeful for ranked to be a really solid system. You know, like you got Scott coming from the Halo systems and all that, and there's a lot of good foundations for Rogue. Even like Smite and the other games, whilst they haven't got perfect rank systems, there's a good enough foundation for them to have built something off of. I think a lot of people were unhappy, and 100% our solo queue players were very unhappy because either we don't always have a team to grind with, we don't always want to grind with a team, and stream-wise, which is obviously as content creators our focus, there's such an importance with connectivity with our chat and our streams that squatting up and talking to 3 other people in comms just so to make sure you win rank games doesn't translate well, is I think what we both found. If I'm right in saying that.
Oh, exactly. Like to a T. I'd probably put it in slightly harsher terms.
Yeah, I think ranked was a big disappointment. I mean, it's I said I grinded out. I got to Rogue. I got my emblem. I literally just wanted the emblem. I actually rewatching the podcast we had. I spoke about how I don't care. It actually makes a lot of sense. I spoke about how much I just love to grind for something, like an emblem or something, and that's my focus. And you said now I grind because I want to enjoy what I'm doing, and those two things have occurred essentially. I grinded because I wanted that emblem, and you didn't because you like me internally, and like who cares? It's not as enjoyable. So I know you've mostly stuck to strike out with your streams and stuff. How has that experience been? How is like just the core mechanics of the game? How do you feel about the game where it's at? If you want to talk balance, you want to talk just fun factor of the game, just playing it out with stream, with viewers, whatever it be. How is that for you at the moment?
I mean, the game itself is still fun.
Mm-hmm.
The mechanics are still excellent. The gunplay is excellent. The roll dodging mechanic is literally unique in shooters, unless you talk about like Gears of War or something, which is an Xbox exclusive. Not everybody can play it.
Exactly.
So it has so many good core gameplay elements going for it that I'm still just super hopeful for the game. I wish that the ranked system would have come out and been what it was rumored to be, because it was originally rumored to be a true skill system similar to some of the old Halo games, where it didn't matter what game mode you played. It didn't matter whether you had a squad. It mattered how actually good at the game you were.
Yeah.
And that's really the only ultra turnoff, other than the server issues and the technical difficulties.
I mean,
I won't even get into that because that's a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, that has its issues.
But the game itself is still amazing. They still did a really good job. It's just there's just really, they're so focused on the competitive scene and they don't realize that 90% of their player base is not that.
Yeah.
Maybe they do realize it and they don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't realize it and they do care. I don't know. But they need to give a damn about the rest of the community.
Yeah.
Because they're giving us nothing. Like this battle pass that just came out for this event is a joke. My dude, it's a joke, and I'm sorry to be harsh about it, but banner frames? Are you kidding me? Banner frames, bro.
I agree. Some of those cosmetics were not on point. Let's say some of them were all right. Like I think the Ronin skin's all right. It's just a recoloring of the other one.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's a recolor.
But all Ronin skins are. What do you think? Okay, if we're going to talk about this, then this is a tangent for me. What do you think of the Kyoto Ronin skin? The Kyoto undercover one?
I like it. I immediately dumped money in and bought it.
Yeah.
When they come out with something good in the store, I immediately dumped money in and bought it.
Yeah.
Sigrid's tattoos skin or whatever. Oh, that was dope.
Fire.
I immediately bought it.
Nutcracker Dema?
Not interested.
Nah.
It's a recolor.
See, it's a recolor.
It's
a good recolor, to be fair.
It's a good recolor. I like his fancy man mustache. But they ain't getting my money for a recolor unless it's sick like Sigrid's was.
That's fair. Yeah, no, definitely. So that's ranked, but that's definitely something I think I wanted to touch on, because I know, as I said, that was a big disappointment. I have hope going forward, actually, and this is something that my mind has changed on. I was like, oh, they botched it. I actually said for a long time leading up to ranked, if they get ranked wrong, it's going to kill the game. I don't think we're there yet. I actually think they've held on, even though the ranked was very disappointing. There's been bugs with the amount of XP people are gaining that has now been fixed in this update. But by that, it just meant that everyone went back up to plus 24, minus 6. There's a whole lot of issues with that. But I have hope that going forward, they've already said that placement matches are going to come. I'm kind of just thinking this was a beta attempt at getting something in. Way too rushed, like you said. And they're going to be able to build off it going forward, is what I'm really hoping. Because, I want to grind a good rank system. Right. I mean, are you going to want to grind a rank system going forward? If say it was a solid rank system, say we're going back to 3.5 months ago and we're thinking, okay, rank's coming out, the ideal rank system, are you where you're at now with what you know about the game and the way you play the game, because you're a predominantly a strikeout player? Would you want to grind out a demo rank system? Personally, what do you think? Because I know you're very strikeout focused.
If they were to set up ranked to where you could top frag and still gain points on a losing team.
Okay.
If you're top fragging out of the whole lobby, right? If you're putting in more work even than the winning team, personally, you should still be able to progress in ranked. I think that would be an easy fix to make the solo queue player a little less
annoyed. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
They ignore us. They don't care about the solo queue player in the ranked system today. No. And it makes me wildly uninterested.
Yeah. I think
because I pretty much only play Rogue on stream because I stay the hell away from video games when I'm off stream because it's my day off.
Yeah.
I don't want to play video games on my day off. I want to watch movies. I want to put my feet up.
Yeah.
And the way my stream runs, I actually speak to my viewers.
Yeah.
I actually communicate with my chat. And if I'm gonna sweat up with a squad in ranked, or God forbid go into random comms, oh Lord, let me just go ahead and not do that. There has to be a way for me to grind ranked without getting into an ultra sweat squad with full tactical comms and everything. Like, look at Apex Legends. You can go into Apex Legends, and if you get enough kills in a game, you will progress in ranked. It doesn't matter how the rest of your team does. You know, sure, if you get the win, you do better. You get more points.
Bonus,
But give the solo queue player a route. To enjoy ranked.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's the point. I have a sneaky suspicion that will not come with demo. I do not think that you'll be rewarded for performance in demo. I think that's the kind of system they'd implement if they brought strikeout ranked, where it doesn't necessarily matter if you win or not, because you can really frag out, you can have a great game, and the win isn't as important as the performance, because strikeout is that more frag out mode. I see that being the avenue for a competitive solo queue player. Other than the complete separation, which should be in place, it would baffle me if it's not in place going into the next ranked official season. Solo queue and team queue separation, that needs to be separated, because at least then everyone is on the even playing field. Every solo queue player is got to deal with the same struggles as the other players in the battlefield, right? So if you win or lose, well, maybe it kind of feels a little bit more okay, because, well, at least they weren't four-man, The worst feeling is you queue up, and this happened to me, great time, you queue up, you solo, you're silver, you got to the rank grind late, you queue into four people who've already grinded to rogue, 4 stacked together, and you want to cry. Because that just shows the lack of matchmaking and whatever, but I feel like having a split system there of solo and team would really help, personally, me feel actually rewarded for winning matches, or me not feeling as bad for losing matches, because at least I know everything's fair, I think that's the biggest problem, the lack of matchmaking and the fairness of what it seems like that matchmaking is bringing. And I hope that's addressed in the next season. But I agree with you, and I agree that the core mechanics of the game are really fun. I personally still enjoy it. I'm still enjoying ranked. I'm enjoying it when I'm queued up with people I know and we're having a laugh, because we're not taking it too seriously. We're taking it for what it is, It's not something where you grab that ranked badge and you're like, I did it, guys. It's like I grab that ranked badge, cool, I get to have this forever, but it don't mean it doesn't value me as a player. And to me, it's just the cosmetic grind. But the core mechanics of the game are still good. How do you feel about the community as we are? Because when we were speaking, we were both very adamant, we were both very happy with the state of the community. We said there was a very non-toxic community. Everyone's being really nice. How do you think that's evolved? How do you think the community has evolved into where we are now?
Well, when it went free to play, there was a large influx of very immature people, which is to be expected. It's fine.
Yep.
That is what it is. It made going into public comms a nightmare,
Mm-hmm.
which is the same way with any competitive game. I'm not saying this is a Rogue problem.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's exactly the same. The hype is gone for this game. I mean,
Yep.
the public perspective hype is gone. The community is shrinking rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
People I
Okay.
used to hear from on Twitter 15 times a week, I haven't heard from in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And while there's nothing wrong with the community being a little bit smaller, something has to happen to get some excitement for this game in the public eye again. And the community that's stuck around, like the few core people that I still interact with, they're still stand-up people. You know, they're still fucking champions. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm cursing too.
No, you could.
But you know, it's something has to be done. I mean, every promotional thing that Rogue has done, they're aiming for the wrong like content creators to collaborate with. I think they're going for Ninja. They're going for Courage. You know, they're going for these guys, and nothing in the world against those guys. They're legends.
Yeah.
They're not going to be Rogue focused.
No.
You know what I mean?
They're not going to change content over.
It's barely on their radar. You know what I mean? Some of them more than others, sure. They did collaborations with them, like 100 Thieves got involved, Dr. Disrespect got involved, you know, but they're not Rogue players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They dabble. You
exactly.
know, and that's not representative of us as the Rogue community. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. And I've been thinking a bit like about how games get success, right? And from a content creator point of view, how do you get content creators to give your game success and keep traffic and drive traffic and keep interest? It's not by going after the established creators and bringing them to you. It's about bringing up your creators who want to be there. And that, I think, is a trick they missed. I don't think them playing with Ninja, having a great time, and exposing the game to his entire audience is a bad thing by any means. No. But they can't then forget who is going to be there once he's gone, and who's going to be there once Dr. Disrespect is gone, other than the legacy of his map, which is awful, by the way. Remove it. He doesn't play the game. I think it just needs to go. Like, honestly, that's a sad map to play.
But
like,
exactly, we're the ones down here in the trenches. You know what I mean? We're the ones down here putting out Rogue content every freaking day. You know, we are the ones staking the future of our channels on this game. You know, and we're ignored. You know, I mean, some of us are anyway. You know, a lot of us are.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like if you're not hitting certain numbers, Hi-Rez does not care.
Yeah, I agree. If the creator program things, I mean, I'm in two minds about it with the creator program. Obviously, like, you know, I'd love to be Rogue Partner. You know, I put 130 days of daily content or something out at this point. Like, you know, and I would love to be Rogue Partner. And I just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know, which is far more.
Congrats on that, by the way, thank you. That's huge.
That's
ridiculous. Fucking huge. Dude.
No, that means a lot. And you know, when we did our first episode, I probably had over 50. So like, you know, things have like really accelerated and stuff. But there's an aspect to me of like, yes, I'd love it, but then I kind of see those benchmarks, whether they're right, whether they're wrong, as a goal, and I'm, you know, pushing towards them. You know, hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube means you get monetized, so I can put ads at the start and end of my videos, and I can make a small amount of ad revenue on that, and maybe, you know, that's the way I can start to make this a career, right? On Twitch, you know, it's a very similar thing. You hit affiliate, it's your first goal. You go for partner, it's your next goal, or whatever it be, whether you want to hit 20 average viewers, 30 average viewers, 40 average viewers, and work your way up that way. And those little goals are great, and definitely Rogue Partner is one of them. But yeah, it's a very strange cycle, I find, with Rogue. And I love the game to death. I think that's probably the one thing we both have in common. And whilst I think this conversation is negative towards Rogue, but it's not. It's truthful and comes from a place of love of the game, I feel. if
Yeah,
that's
and
fair.
my whole attitude is get better.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
love your game. Get
yeah,
better.
yeah, exactly. Because it is a phenomenal game. You know, we're not gonna we won't deny that. We stick here because we want to play it. You know. I know you've dabbled here and there in other games, as have I. I've looked in Cyberpunk, I've gone to Valhalla, you've now gone to COD, which you seem to really like. What would you say then is the your outlook going forward? What do you want to focus on? What's the future for Bird in the next 3 months going into next year? I think that's kind of an interesting question.
Well, I definitely am not giving up on Rogue Company.
Good.
It is
Which I don't think anyone should.
it is an amazing game, and the thing is I want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's just repeating the same cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go into Strikeout. I'm gonna pull in 3 viewers,
Mm-hmm.
and unless you're in the squad, I'm gonna drop 40 kills.
Which are some of the best times, by the way, when I jump in. I'm like, Bird, can you get above 10 kills, please? Come on, what's going on? This is your stream.
You kill stealing bastard. We won't get into that.
It's that image of Shoe.
But you know, it's for me. Whereas I'm not like officially like trying to boycott ranked or anything. I just wasn't willing to put myself through it.
Very fair, yeah.
Because, who cares,
Yeah.
know?
But what do you think, as I said, about the stuff that's been added? What do you think of Sigrid? Who's your favorite rogue at the moment? Just these sort of more game focused questions about like the game as is at the moment. So what do you think of Sigrid?
Sigrid's dope. Sigrid has an incredibly strong kit.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the addition of a health stim is insane.
Oh, so good.
The guns they gave her. I mean, are you kidding me? Chak's SMG and Fixer's pistol? Are you serious? Putting those two together, that's
Deadly.
Insane. Absolutely deadly. When she crouches with that shield out, you better have a grenade to throw behind her because you ain't hitting her with no bullets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's insane. Probably a little too strong. I think she needs a nerf, honestly.
It's fair.
But, that is what it is.
Happens, yeah.
Yeah, probably the best character model they've come out with as far as intricacy and, just being a really cool character model that's different from every other character.
So I actually learned the story behind that model, I'm pretty sure, earlier on Twitter. Did you see from Pretty Hair?
I did not.
It's based off his mother, who was, I believe, I'm going to actually right now double check, fact check this. I believe it was his mother who recently passed.
Oh, wow.
Who was a bodybuilder. She's Italian.
Okay.
She was a bodybuilder back in her day. Let me just try and refind this post. So this is what the post said. It says, "So excited for my first character release." This is from him, his Twitter. "I had a lot of help, learned a lot from the team, and went through a lot during her development. I lost my mum to cancer the day after Thanksgiving, 6 months after she was diagnosed. She was an incredible person, very influential on me, protective, loving, loud, pure-blooded Italian 80s bodybuilder. Coincidentally, mums and Sigrid embody a lot of the same things, and it just makes me smile. This one's for you, Mama. I love you." Which is like, and he's got some pictures. I
like that.
And he's got some pictures of like her like posing the bodybuilder. It's the exact same like image that Sigrid has when she does like the 2 arms and the lifting for her emote. They've got a picture of his mum doing that, which I think's incredible, and I think that's probably where that intricacy comes from, of just like you when I read that and saw that, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's why this character has so much passion into her, and stuff, and I thought that was
you can tell.
Exactly,
because it's without a doubt the best character model they've come out with yet.
Yeah, it's
like very cool.
It's
very cool.
It's incredible. And yeah, I think I agree with you. I think she plays well. I think she's strong. I'm very hit and miss about her having a nerf, because I see the counterplay to her beyond just the grenade. If you haven't tried it, by the way, you can punch through her shield.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, you can literally walk up to her. She's got her shield there, and you just go. It's like reduced damage. It's like 25% reduced damage or something, but it's like not really anything. Like, it's annoying. Right. I think that needs to change because it bugs me. I don't want to be, like having just like got blitzed by someone, pulled out my shield, last second clutch, I have 10 HP, and then they just run up to me and punch me. I'm like, oh, that's sad. So yeah, I think the stim is actually the problem of all her kit. I think that is too strong. Either
well, when you mix it with the shield, especially,
yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
pair it with the shield, that's insane.
My combo is literally like, especially if I'm going up against better players, is like shield, pop 3 shots over the head. They'll probably trade some damage back with me. Stim, wait 0.5 seconds, do again. If I haven't killed them yet, re-stim and finish them off. Like, it's very hard to win that 1v1 versus her in that situation unless you full ascend her. But I think she's a fantastic rogue. I think she's a great addition. Adds a lot. New map. Have you had a chance to try it out much yet?
I have. It's in my opinion, it's the most complex map
they've
put out yet. Even more so than the arena. I thought the arena was fairly complex when it came out. I mean, not like super complex, but I think the new map there's a lot of angles. There's a lot of in and outs. Like my first 2 matches running around the match, I couldn't figure out how to flank. I couldn't find my way to the point. Oh my god, dude. I was doing my thing, getting around behind them like I do, and I couldn't get to the point.
Just
imagine you I need to learn the damn
of course,
map,
but you're right. Like you're dead right. I actually think there's too many angles. My actual big issue is the top level, and the way that just looks down and destroys everything with incredible cover. Like I want that window to not stop at your neck. I want that to stop at like your waist, and so I can beam you if you're up there, and maybe you can crouch behind it slightly.
Right.
But even then, like
I feel like they need more mantle points up to the upper level from the lower.
Yeah, that would help as well.
Know what I mean?
That was there's like 1 zip, 2 jumps, and then 2 zips at the far end, and then the staircase to go up, which really actually isn't that much when you see how big it is. But I think the map flows well. Apart from the over angled top bit for me, honestly. I love the underneath bit. That's incredible. That's the fastest rotation I've seen on a map ever. You play demo on that, you have A side, B side, you start pushing A, dip down, you're on B in a few seconds, and it's like it's incredible. But yeah, no, I have good hopes for that map. So what has your rogue pool changed to? Now I know this, but let's let everyone else know this. You, at the time of our last recording, Scorch fanatic, loved burning people alive. I believe the exact words you said were, look, I'm not a toxic guy, but when I see you across the battlefield, I fucking hate your guts. But then after we'll be friends. Believe those were paraphrasing your words. And you used to burn them alive for it. Now, and you said you were transitioning slightly to Ronin. You played her a bit more. Where are we up to now? What's the rogue for Bird?
I mean, the funny thing is I've almost come full circle.
Oh, really?
So I started with Scorch. I loved Scorch. I transitioned into Ronin for a while. I loved Ronin. I discovered Lancer. Oh God!
I told you. And I did tell you.
Oh, you did tell me. You did tell me, sir. And I played Lancer almost exclusively for like a month and a half. Then I got bored playing Lancer because it's literally the exact same gameplay loop every time. I mean, sure, I can get higher kill streaks with Lancer, but that's neither here nor there. But after that I just I transitioned right back into Scorch. I mean, obviously I'm an SMG guy. I like getting up close and nasty. I'm not gonna stand back and pop at you from range. Guaranteed, if I kill you, it's gonna be within 10 feet.
Yeah,
probably. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I've come right back around to Scorch. It's the gun. It's the SLC.
Yeah, it's so good.
There's no equal for it in the SMG category.
Nope.
There's just not. Even I forget what Dahlia's gun is called.
The ejection.
Dahlia's gun. Yeah, sure, that's what it's called. Okay.
Who are you talking to, Bird? I know the abilities. I know the guns come at me.
I know, dude, that's what I'm saying. That one gun, but even hers, it could be superior, but you can't get it above 30 rounds.
Yeah.
No matter what you do. So you have to pair her with Lancer if you want to play that style with
Dahlia's
weapons. So I mean, the SLC. I mean, I don't care who you put it on, and the fact that Scorch can buff it is just
so good.
That's literally what it is for me. Like I could play Ronin with the same gun, but it's not going to hit the same as
No,
it
not
does
quite.
if I'm playing Scorch.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah. I'm right back around to her.
Yeah,
I don't know about the new voice lines. I don't know about those. Those are kind of goofy.
Yeah,
but...
a little bit orcs. I've actually kind of transitioned to Ronin to Scorch a little bit as well. I play her a lot more than I ever did. She was my least played rogue for a long time. She's now kind of up there. Not anywhere as close to like my Lancer, because that's like more time played than most people have in the game. Probably about like a few times multiplied. It's like 6 days now, I think I have on Lancer. So yeah, big yikes. But yeah, Scorch I find really fun. I think she's really great in some situations on demo. I think she's incredible on Strikeout. Like if I'm 1v1ing someone, 9 times out of 10, if it's a close range map, I'm picking Scorch because I just, what are you gonna do? I can kill you if you go Shark. You want to overheal 175 health at me? I will beam you still because
exactly.
of the extra damage. It's insane.
And me being a mostly Strikeout player, that explains why I like Scorch so damn much.
You've literally picked like the 2 queens of Strikeout. You went for Lancer and Scorch, who dominate Strikeout.
Exactly.
I think you like Vi.
I try.
Really?
To like Vi. I try so hard to like Vi. I really do. Vi almost gets me to play passive because her ability is so defensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yes, you can use it aggressively. It does not work with my playstyle.
No.
I can count on one hand the number of times I've effectively used Vi's poison in a game of Strikeout the way I play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's I want to like her. I really do.
I feel that. But no, you just can't get into it. You can't get into it.
She's still my least played rogue.
Is she?
Makes sense. Yes.
Wow.
She is still. I've played the Fixer more than I've played her. I mean, Sigrid now, obviously, because she's.
It just came out. I'm like, wow, but like
yeah,
Fixer more than Vi.
More than I've played Vi.
And I've seen you snipe. Like, ouch, like.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm terrible at it. Oh, no business with a sniper rifle in my hand.
That being said, you have some very nice phantom montages, like clips in some of your montages. That's actually something else.
That one play out of 8 hours of gameplay. Sure. Yeah, we got that collateral. Yeah, after 8 hours of trying. Yeah, we got it.
I do want to like quickly touch actually on your community montages because I think they're great. I think it's such a great idea that you put forward. Do you want to kind of explain that a little bit?
That just goes back again to my dissatisfaction with the way High Res treats their players in the trenches. You know what I mean? Literally, the entire reason I started doing those was because Rogue Replay would feature one person a week that played Phantom.
Yeah. That's so true.
You know, there are other good players. You know, and I didn't think they were getting any attention, and I wanted them to. You know, and so I was like, well, I can kind of edit. Let me make this happen.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, you know, and it actually brought a lot of people together. I remember every time I put one of those out, people would, you know, tune in to see the premiere, and other players that they'd never met or interacted with before, you know, they're in the same montage. You know, they notice each other, they start playing together. I've seen teams form out of those montages, which is really cool.
Yeah,
you know,
awesome.
I never in my wildest dreams expected it to do stuff like that. And it's super cool. For a while there, it was like pulling teeth to get people to want to participate.
Yeah.
Because of the hype dying down for the game. You know, it just goes back to that again.
I remember about the time.
Like, yeah, and that was like at the depths of the hype deficit, you know, where I was just like, hey, there's not going to be a community montage because about 5 people sent me a clip. I'm not doing this for me. you know,
it's not the Birrd Brain montage featuring community. It's the community montage.
Slapped my name up there real big at the start, but that's about it. But yeah, and then we started not getting enough clips, and I started having to throw my own clips in there too, just to fill time. And it was, and I didn't ever want to be like in those. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to shamelessly plug myself. I got my own montages.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I'll shamelessly plug myself right in your face, not sneak myself in. You know.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, and they've picked back up. The last one,
Mhm.
the response was great. You know,
That's
the
good.
community really came through and was like, yeah, I got some clips.
Yeah.
Bring them on.
I watched that. It was
You
good.
know,
They're also good. They're
that's
also
still
good.
going on, you guys. I know I haven't put one out in a minute, but
Description.
yeah,
Apply
that thing down in the description.
Go
do
look
that
right now.
Yeah, do
it's
that.
There.
Do the thing. Yeah, do what he says. But no, I'm gonna keep doing them.
Exactly.
You know, if the interest is there.
I think,
You know,
I think they're great.
I don't feel like I should have to drag the community's clips out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as I've had to. You know, at every release of one, I always make it very clear I am always accepting clips.
Yeah.
You can send your clips to me anytime you like.
Okay.
And as soon as I get enough, we get another montage.
I got some.
So it's really up to the community.
I got some clips.
Rad's gonna get involved.
Rad might get involved. You want a 20-piece in 3 seconds? I got you. That would be impressive. They literally couldn't respawn quick enough.
The game, but, you know.
One collateral bullet that goes circles around the earth in 3 seconds quick enough to catch some of the respawns.
Right, man. That's right. You get those $500 a month game hacks, man.
There you go. That's the one I need.
You get those Call of Duty hacks, brother.
Brilliant. Oh dear. No, but I think they're great. I think what you're doing, your content's great. I've always loved the way you do your Strikeout streams. I always love that you got viewers involved. It inspired me to get my viewers involved, and that's done wonders for me. It's because our content is community focused, right? We're so community focused. Our viewers are important to us. We generally don't play on comms because we want to chat, and because that engagement's important. And yeah, I think your content. I always have. I thought your content's always great. I always look forward to seeing you stream, and I can't catch you as much as often because either we stream roughly the same time,
we do,
or like, you know, just time zones sometimes just don't work, and it's a
absolutely
it's a thing. But I said I always love your content. I always love when I camp up by your stream, you know, jumping in, you know, just making you cry with all my downs and having a great time. Insert shoe.
And it drives me crazy too because it's not like I'm dying or anything. I just can't find anybody to shoot at.
It's the best feeling listening to you because the best part is because I have you on full blast in my ears. I can't even hear the game and I'm still just running around. I'm just listening to you like Rad,
you son of a bitch! Stop killing everybody! God damn it!
That's 100% it. Oh, it's beautiful. Well, I wouldn't want any of my viewers to miss out on that incredible fun. So as we wrap up this fantastic reminiscence of what Rogue was and where we are now, there's some hard truths in there, but that's what they are. They're truths from 2 people who've been here since the start, who have been disappointed, who have been really happy in some areas, who, you know, there's a mixed feelings, and the honesty came through here. I wouldn't want my viewers, though, to miss out on seeing you in your element. So please now, sir, tell them everywhere they can find you.
All right, people. You can find me on Twitch, Birrd_Brain. 2 R's in the Bird. Make sure you don't forget the second R, or you're going to find some weirdo.
True. He's weird.
You can find me on TikTok, same name. You can find me on Instagram, same name. Twitter, you probably already know me. There. I'm on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, not Saturday anymore. I'm going to be going back to 5 days a week soon, but 2 of those days are going to be Call of Duty. So be that what it will. But I love you guys. And even though I've said some harsh things about Rogue today, I love this video game. If I didn't love this video game and this community, I wouldn't care enough to say these harsh things. You know what I mean? I want the game to succeed. I want it to be great. I want us to have the same kind of fun we had when the hype was at an all-time high. I still think this game can be as big as Valorant. I think it can be as big as, I think it can be as big as it wants to be. We need to make it happen. High Res needs to make it happen. we all just need to we need to do something, because the way the game is right now, it's like watching a beloved pet waste away, and we got to do something, you guys. I'm talking to the community, I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to the devs. You know, we got to do something, you guys, because
I no, that's
I know I've dwelled on that a lot today.
no, that's good. I said I think we need that hard truth, because a lot of people share your concerns. A lot of people come into my chat, come to your chat, share the same concerns. And I think I said at the end of the very first podcast with you, the way you ended that, I think you said, "Stay positive, community." That was the thing. What you said. We as a community to stay positive, and I said you couldn't have said it better. And once again, sir, you've outdone yourself. You couldn't have said it better.
Thank you, man. Thank you, my
that
dude.
that might be clipped right there. That might be clipped and put somewhere as promotion for this last episode. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. No, I thank you very much for being on as always. Obviously, It's been the finale. You being the start. You're now the end of season 1. Good friend of mine for 3.5 months now. We started this. My man. I'm a shoe. I'm not a man. I'm a shoe.
Oh, sorry, my shoe.
I bid you.
My lovely, lovely loafer.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. A big thank you to Birrd Brain for coming on to RogueCast again and helping me finish off where it all started this season of RogueCast. I'm now going to take you on to the final clip of the week from B Militant over on Twitter. Here we have B Militant warming up on Strikeout, but from that shot, it looks like he's ready to go straight into rank with 2 headshots going around a little 360 into the 3rd headshot. Absolutely incredible sniping there coming out of him on this apparently warm-up Strikeout game. As he moves through the map here, he's looking for another shot. Can he get another piece? He's got 2 bullets left in his gun. Is he going to get one on the zip? He doesn't. He misses the no-scope. That would have been a nice shot. But he does pick off the Ronin as he's moving through there. Saints come around. He's reloading in time. He rolls the cast to reload and gets one more headshot. Just got that one Phantom looking at him. Can he finish off with a headshot? And yes, he does. An incredible set of snipes there coming out from B Militant. Okay then guys, this takes the end of the episode and the end of this finale of season 1 of RogueCast. Again, we'll be back in the start of January. You'll see teasers and trailers leading up to that with the new graphics and a lot more fun content for you for this podcast, including some more amazing guests that I'm going to have lined up for those interviews. I just want to give a really big thanks to all of you for supporting this series so far. It's a massive passion project of mine to do this podcast. I'm so glad that it's been so well received and you guys are enjoying it, and I can't wait to see the new changes that are coming for season 2, and I'm sure you can't either. So don't worry, Christmas break, holiday break, then we'll get straight back into it with season 2. For now though guys, if you want to see more daily content from me, I post educational Rogue Company content here on this channel, so make sure you leave a subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that come out on this channel. All the links you're going to need for everything are going to be down in the description below guys. For now, I hope you have a fantastic day, and remember, be loyal, be brave, be relentless, and I'll catch you on the next video.